There's a lot going on. Hello, hello, hello. I know I'm late. It's a lot going on. I was making ceviche the last hour, and time got away with me. How are we doing? Hello, hello, hello. My name is Cho. If you're new here, welcome. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we go live at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone to yap, to chit chat. What is new? What is going on? It's been a long week. A lot has happened since we last spoke. A lot of drama. I've been going viral on threads for all the wrong things or the right things, depending on who you ask. I don't know. The girls are mad at me. What else is new? The girls are mad. So, what else is new? Right? I'm still struggling with this pimple because I have not been doing my skincare. What else is new? In fact, before we really get into the comments, I really want to. Before we get into the comments, I need to post that I'm live on Threads because the girls will really get mad. I got people on my videos telling me to stop spamming on Threads. Like, I love it. Like, comment more. So give me a second. Oh, see me when I go off screen? I'm gonna go off screen for a second. What the fuck? I can't figure it out. I'm frozen. Okay. That's fine. We'll get this together. Let me say introductions and let me say hello first and then hey Rich, hey Sunflower, hey Slicer, hey OV Hunt, how are you? I love you too, Sunflower. Hey Ben W, hey Froggy, I love you. Hey KK. I can never be mad at you, my baby. I gave birth to you. Thank you, Sunflower. I love you too, Sunflower. Hey Mandy, hey Leah Bobia. I miss you too, Froggy. I'm so sorry we have not been able to chat on Discord. I really apologize. I could not figure out like a date while I was in Miami. I just couldn't do it. Thank you so much, Leah, for bringing the girls here to the chat. We've got a lot to discuss. I got to put my lip balm on. I've got to put my wave cap, my do-rag on. Juicy. I just feel like we have so much to catch up on. Oh, thank you, Leah. I was not lurking. I was making ceviche. I was making shrimp ceviche just now for the last hour and a half. The skin is skinning today. Outside of this one ginormous bump, the skin is definitely doing skin things. It's doing skin things. Hey, Joe A, what's going on? I really want to. I have not made the pancakes. You need to send me a DM reminding me, like when I'm in town for a weekend in Columbus. Remind me about making the pancakes. I miss you too, KK. I love you more. Hey, Banksy. How are we? All the regulars are here. I love that so much. I really need to figure out what. Okay, Okay, I think I figured it out. Guys, I really have to promote myself on Threads. I've been making a lot of noise on Threads, and I love it so much. Because everyone on Threads. Oh, I can post from. Oh my God, yes. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, log me in. The fuck? I'm sorry. I've been creating drama on Threads because everyone is so upset that I'm calling out communists mismanagement of regulation of resources in California. People are very upset about that on Threads. They hate it, actually. They hate it so much. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it now. Okay. Now that I can post on Threads from my PC, it's over for these hoes. They're gonna be so mad at me. Okay? Okay, let's actually read chat now. We can focus. Hey treasure chest. Your Bible studies have been epic in the mornings. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. Hey Tyler, I'm doing very well. How are you? It's okay, Mandy. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Are you all homeless in America because of the fires? Basically, Sunflower. Hey, Ryan. Threads is horrendous. I have nothing but man-hating feminists, and I just joined yesterday. Ryan, listen. The far left is deep on Threads, and they hate the tea I've been spilling on Threads. They hate it. They hate it so much. It's not my problem. And then I had one of them from Threads come onto one of my videos and to say, stop spamming on Threads. It's like, excuse me? If I want to self-promote, I'll self-promote. Thank you very much. And then he went into this huge diatribe about how I'm rage baiting and how I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I'm scum. I'm literally scum, he said. And I just told him, stop engaging with rage bait. Stop engaging with rage bait then. Scum. That's what I told him. He hasn't replied yet. Thank you, Froggy, for being, or do you have your tea? What are you drinking at home right now? Ben W, aka Froggy, what are you drinking? Duke and Nina are great, Banksy. Duke and Nina are great. My birthday was so good. I didn't do anything. I really didn't do anything. I went to a party that evening. I had to make chocolate chip pumpkin bread for the party, and that turned out really, really wonderful. I've been eating pumpkin bread every day ever since. I finished the last of it today. So I've had pumpkin bread every single day this week, Monday through Friday. It's been pretty glorious. Leah is living out of a box because of the fires. Can you stay with me, Leah? The west is burning down and the east is being drenched in snow. God is not pleased with us. He's not pleased. Jimmy, I've already answered that question. Watch last week's live stream for that answer. Hi, David Osvaldo. Dude, I'm like anti-feminist. I love men. They're very admirable. Now, some of them not so much, but most men, honestly, are very admirable creatures. I answer that question once a month. I answer the give or receive question once a month, and I answered it last weekend. So if I go into detail too. If you want the answers to that question, watch one of the previous streams from last weekend. I go into all the details. Oh, that's good for him. Good for Drake. That's awesome. Now, am I queer? Am I queer? Am I queer? No, I'm not queer. I have a wife and 3 kids. Do you like sushi and shrimp with mayo or ranch? Probably mayo. I'm a man lover too. I'm female though. Disclaimer: cis female. Well, we definitely thought you were trans before, Tyler. So I mean, thanks for clearing that up. You sure, Jessica? I'm definitely sure. Gwen says sloppy topping. That voice says different. And them hands though. Jessica, what that mouth do? Let's talk about that. Your voice says desperate. You were voted starting catcher for the All-Star game. Not the All-Star game. I love it. What are my kids' names? What are my kids' names? Um, what are my children's names? Magdalene. We call her Mags for short. And when I get really upset with her, Madge. So Magdalene, Mags, Madge. Let me see your wife, Joe. Oh, you've seen her, Froggy. You've seen her. These comments are so. You have to come back here more often, Froggy. This is not even. This is not even. This is like lightweight. This is lightweight. I have 3 children, KFC. I have 3 children. I have 3 kids and a wife, honey. And she's very cunt. You know my wife is hot as fuck. Yes, we're trying to do the whole waves thing. I have not worn this fucking do-rag or brushed my hair all week. It's just fucking mess, to be honest. I don't know why I'm like even going through the gigs of like all this shit, you know? But here we are. Leave-in conditioner. The grease is for cars, Jessica? Really? You ever need a Narcan? I keep Narcan on me, honey. What are you talking about? I keep Narcan on me. I could pull out some Narcan right now if you want me to. Okay. Jesus. Who cook, you or your wife? Oh, I do the cooking, Hassan. Hey, Noah Rodent. Not a catfish. I'm waiting for Rich to come in here talking about you doing it wrong. We haven't seen him in his waves yet. Come on now. He mother effing Muppet. This is giving ASMR hair brushing. It really is. Okay, so now it's time to be. I'm a stay-at-home wife. Absolutely. See, Froggy knows my tea. Froggy knows my tea. Froggy knows my tea. I gotta brush the grease out. I do, Jessica. I do. We hate a greasy motherfucker, don't we? Oh. We hate a greasy bitch. Okay, we're almost done, I promise. I'm still new to this, okay? Tying things. Okay. Okay. Period. Period. We love that. Okay. Durag Cho. Durag Cho is here. Durag Cho has arrived. Hey, Kelly Aldine. Jessica is Panini Pressed. Hey, Evo. Long time no see. Evo, what's been going on, Evo Blue? I miss you. Little known fact, Vaishnavism is directly from the Vedic scriptures. Girl, I'm not bringing all that. Hey, Pisces. I just found out my hair is low porosity. No wonder my hair was always greasy and dry. How are you greasy and dry? He's from that ninja shit. You know how I do. Surprise my gum saying purple. I'm just happy you're here. Jessica Jessup. She's on drugs, honey. She's on drugs. Hey, your girl Renee. What's going? Okay, so what questions do we have? Not a white Nova, dude. Froggy. So the girls don't know about White Nova. Can we tell this story? Can we tell this story? So for those that don't know who Ben W is, Ben W is one of my best friends. I have known Froggy. I call him Froggy, by the way. I have known Froggy for how long have I known you? It feels like a decade at this point. It feels like a decade almost. But anyway, so he knows me from my Twitch days when we used to twirl on Twitch. And those were the days. Twirling on Twitch, fighting with the girls on Twitch was something else. With the girls in Valorant. Anyway, so in our Discord, because we had a Discord channel, I still do, anyway. We met this guy, we met this girl named White Nova, okay? Follow me here. Met this girl named White Nova. She was a great Smash player. Talked about how she was like some pro player from down in Florida, South Florida. She's like dipping it and doing it down there with the girls, kicking ass, whatever. She's really good at Smash, right? And then in my Discord channel, we have a section where you're able to post IRL photos if you want. Now, this is not even like the most popular thread in my Discord channel. This is just an option for you. If you want to share IRL photos, you can. So she posted a photo of herself. And I swear to God, as soon as she posted that photo of herself, my good Judy at the time, Phoenix, and I got in the DMs, was like, girl, it's fake. It's fake. Because I'm 35 today. I just turned 35 years old recently. So I've been around for a while. And so I grew up watching catfish. Okay? I grew up watching catfish. So I know a catfish when I see a catfish. Because I got 2 eyes, 20/20 vision. Okay? I smell a catfish when I smell a catfish. And it was smelling very fishy when I saw that photo. And so I immediately was in the DMs with my friend Phoenix, and we were gagging over the fact that we had suspicions over White Nova giving us like a fake photo. And so what do you do when you see a fake photo? You obviously right-click it and Google reverse image search for it. Right? Right? And so I kid you not, when we reverse image searched this photo, it was plastered all over the internet. It was like a stock photo of like a white blonde girl. And I was like, what? So now I'm really interested in like digging up who this person is really. So then we started digging on Twitter naturally, because where else will you dig but Twitter? We started digging on Twitter, and we found out that this guy has like a size 12. He's a man, number one. A man. He's a man, and he has like a size 12 foot. It's like, you walking around here trying to catfish bitches with a size 12? What are you really doing? And so it was just too much. It was just too much. And so then I confronted him. I said, listen, White Nova, I know that this photo is fake. I know. And I really approached it in a way that was like, oh, thanks, Shu. Nice try, Diddy. Thank you so much. I love Diddy. I just came back from a Diddy party. I hosted the Diddy parties in his place while Diddy's away. I hosted the parties. It was great. But thanks for the money. So then I was like, White Nova, it's fine. Like, you can be who you want to be in my community. We do not care. We do not judge. It's whatever. We may judge, but we don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a big deal. And then we never heard from White Nova again. Like, ever again. So it was the size 12 foot for me. I mean, because we had dug really deep for all the Twitter information, and we found out this man, the one good thing that was true about White Nova is that he is a pro player, a regional pro player down in South Florida. So that part was true. But I read like more and more and more, like this is a guy, this is a whole man. He has a dick, he has a penis, but he's pretending to be a girl in Discord servers. You know what I just realized the other day too? And just thinking about life in general. But I've lived on the internet now for over 20 years, 20 plus years. I have met so many mentally unwell people on the internet. People that get on here and lie. People that get on here and just like are toxic as fuck. And like they literally treat the internet like a Japanese RPG. I kid you not. They have costumes, they have fake names, they have weird journeys and jobs that they're on right now that are not real. I mean, they're just like have entire character creation. Like they create a character and they live out this fantasy on the internet. And then when it all comes crumbling down, it's like all you have is yourself and you hate yourself, right? And I just feel so bad for these people that are like on the internet posing as people that they are not. It's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. And I've encountered them so many times now that I've actually become a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more like flippant about the whole thing. Like, anyway. Sorry, that was like a whole rant, and I have skipped a lot of chat. Oh, Bitter Vikings here. Hey guys. Desensitized. Yeah, I've become desensitized to it. People, yeah, very mentally unwell. Mentally unwell. I mean, there are so many people on the internet that are just like off their motherfucking rocker. I swear to God. Like I was messaging someone the other night and they got caught up in lies. And I was thinking, like, so for me, as someone that is like painfully mundane and boring in real life, like, I'm not a very interesting person in real life. Like, I speak my opinions and I talk in a very dramatic, and I express myself in a very flamboyant, dramatic way. But in actuality, I'm a very boring, mundane person. That's just who I am, and I'm okay with that. So like I really be sitting here at my desk looking at the screen at my Discord messages and at my Instagram DMs being like, this bitch is really unraveling. Like a lot. I'm connecting the dots. Like I'm connecting the dots and thinking, well, this story does not match this story you told me, and that does not match this story you told me. And like you are a liar. Like and you and I really just be sitting here thinking like, oh my God, Charlie, this person is mentally unwell. And you have a relationship with this person on the internet and they're just like unhinged. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now I'm so sorry. I skipped a whole bunch of comments. Let me look at the subscribers and the moderators. Did y'all say anything interesting? Oh, y'all got Leah banning bitches for spam. I'll be a bottom for you any day of the week, Daddy. Dixie Norman, it's not that. A size 12. Hi, Charlotte. We got a lot of spam here. Okay, guys, do not spam. because Leah may be giving y'all warnings, but if I catch some spam, I'm banning you immediately. Immediately. I have no time. It's 2025. We're banning bitches that spam. Okay? I'm not giving second chances or third chances. I'm not doing that. Hey Bob Smith, welcome. Bitter Viking, welcome back. Your videos are really cool, by the way, Viking. Like, I don't fucking chop wood. Could you imagine me? Imagine me being so butch. That should be a video. Oh my god, collab. I need to fly out to visit Bearded Viking Woodworks, and I need to actually do some woodworking with him. Would that not be so fun to see me like with an axe? With an axe and like, you know, chopping wood. That would be kind of iconic now that I think about it. No? I think it would. He was so good at Smash. So good at Smash. Desensitized, that's the word, yeah. You're too self-centered. Well, this is a channel about me. Call me crazy. You can go make a channel about yourself, Naga. Naga Nas. What was Seth Adams saying in the chat? Hey TKW70, what's up? What's going on? Are you in character or just this is real you? Well, this is the real me, honey. Man without pole and love to have a hole with no goal? That was kind of fire. But what are you talking about? That's kind of fire. Yeah, the Bearded Viking is like kind of like low-key, high-key, really cool. Like, a man without a pole and love to have a hole with no goal. What? I'm going to go to the store and pick up a few things and I'll get a new phone. Okay, Lily. Nobody says fire anymore, you gag. I'm 35 years old. Give me a break. What are you young bitches saying now? You're not saying fire, but what are you saying now? For the first time in 3 years we got snow. Where do you live, TKW70? That y'all haven't had snow in 3 years. I'm a gag. Listen, girl, I don't know. Oh, everything's Riz. Okay. Lit. Oh, lit is the word we use instead of fire. Okay. Oh, you live in South Carolina. That's right. I thought it was Carolina. That's cool. Speaking of fire, have you seen the news? Have you seen the news? That's what's lit these days. LA is lit. Child. LA is lit. And the girls are mad at me on Threads. The girls are really, really mad at me. I made this tweet. Let's review on Threads. I like to get on Threads to rage bait the girls. I really do. Like, the accusations are true. The allegations, I'm not beating those allegations. I'm definitely rage baiting. Now, what I say is what I actually believe, but I know it's gonna piss people off and get engagement. And I got two hit tweets already. Cause on Twitter, everyone's so desensitized to like the bullshit, no one cares. Threads, people are just so fucking psycho. They're psycho. And so they're easy to trigger. Easy. So I'm reaping the rewards of that right now. So here's the tweet I made. Hard truth. The environmental lobby in California is more responsible for the wildfires than climate change. They lost their shits. They lost their shits. They lost it. They lost it. They lost their shit. They lost it. It currently has 293 likes, and 137 comments, 11 retweets. And half of the comments, no, I would say 75% of the comments of the 137 comments are people trying to drag me. So then, you know what I did? I linked my live stream and some content below the viral tweet, right? So then I had people coming onto my video saying, don't spam your shit, your shitty videos on Threads. Girl, it's working. It's working. I got you to comment. I got you to watch. So then I said this too, because I have another comment that people are not liking a lot. How much money is America's greatest ally going to send us to help with the wildfires in California? Thinking emoji. How much money are they going to send? Billions? Surely they're going to send billions to help us with the wildfires, just like they sent billions to help us with North Carolina. I'm sure. So people are mad. People are very upset with me right now on Threads. Hey, Jesse Cochran. Poor management has led to LA burning, bro. Okay. Why has there been poor management, JT? Why has there been poor management? JT, that's disinformation. JT says Karen Bass cut $17 million from the LAFD budget. That's disinformation. I'm going to tell you what someone said. Someone said, LA beautyologist, who I have a love-hate relationship with, said, defunded the fire department and no water lies are genuinely killing my spirit. Neither are true. They're far-right lies, but facts don't spread as far. You're a liar or you're misinformed, one or the other. Here I have right here, LAFD department, December 17th. And I'm reading the shit because listen, don't fuck with me. Wait, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. Don't fuck with me, okay? Here it is, bitch. December 17, 2024, okay? And what is he saying? The LACFD is facing unprecedented operational challenges due to the elimination of critical civilian positions and a $7 million reduction in overtime variable staffing hours. These budgetary reductions have adversely affected the department's ability to maintain core operations such as technology and communication infrastructure, payroll processing, training, fire prevention, and community education. I'm not gonna read the rest of the shit. Okay? I'm not gonna read the rest of the shit. But you know, I guess when she said that it was a far-right lie, she must be talking about the fire chief. The fire chief must be a liar. A far-right liar, right? I can't stand it. See, y'all gonna piss me off, okay? Because y'all like to call everything a conspiracy theory and a far-right conspiracy. Get your head out of your ass. I know that it feels bad for Republicans to be right about shit sometimes, and they're wrong about a lot of shit, okay? Don't get me wrong. They're wrong about a lot of shit. But it pains me when y'all can't admit truth. When 2 + 2 = 4 and a Republican says 2 + 2 = 4, you want to say that no, it's disinformation. Disinformation. It's actually 5. Fuck you, you nasty dumb cunt. I mean, I'm sick of it. And tweets like hers, they're the ones that go viral, calling people like me far-right conspiracy theorists. So you're mean to tell me that the LAFD fire chief is a liar? And mind you, this is December 17th. December 17th, 2024. This is before the fires, y'all. This is before the fires. Fire chief. The shit, I don't make shit up. I don't make shit up. Okay? So all you bitches on these liberal you guys are mad. Be mad that the shit is not working. Try something new. Try something new. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The environmental agencies are what lobbies the politicians that are managing shit, okay? Let me just, because there's so much wrong with this, and this is like communist levels of mismanagement of resources. It truly, truly is. Because on one hand, you have the state government allowing a billionaire family, a family of billionaires, this is a family farm, that are siphoning water from the region, okay? From an already water-starved region. They allow billionaire companies to siphon water for their businesses. Meanwhile, the public does not have water coming out of fire hydrants. Can someone tell me how that makes sense? Can someone tell me how that makes sense? So it's okay for the government to give the green lights to these mega corporations to farm almonds that take up so much water. And I'm starting to sound like an environmental conservationist. But here's the point I'm trying to make, is that these agencies are hypocritical. They're hypocritical. They want to put, they don't have principles. They don't actually believe in protecting the environment. They believe in putting money in their cronies' pockets. That's why it's ineffective, okay? Because on one hand, they want to prevent people from having safe brush fires and getting rid of brush. They don't want to get rid of the fucking brush because of the environment. You know, they allow gallons, what's a higher amount than gallons, but they allow so much water to just run off into the Pacific Ocean because we can't harm the fish's ecosystem, heaven forbid, right? So the environmental agencies are so concerned about these policies, right? Meanwhile, they allow these mega corporations to steal all of the water from the region that they so desperately need for what? For fucking wildfires. So kiss my ass. Kiss my ass for the whole environmental agencies are not the cause of these wildfires, okay? They may not have started the fires, but they're definitely a big reason why they are not mitigated, okay? And that may be a hard truth for you to swallow, but use applesauce like I do, okay? Because I can't swallow either. And that's why I keep applesauce in my book bag, in my car, in my other little bag, in my desk, in my kitchen, and in the basement, okay? So these hard pills to swallow, applesauce works. It pissed me off today. It's so crazy. It's devastating. It's devastating that the people of LA and the surrounding areas pay so much money in taxes. They pay so much money in taxes. And I felt bad for people in North Carolina. I did. I felt bad for them too, but I really feel bad for people in LA because their money is being stolen by their government. And the money that's being used is not being used to protect them or make their lives better, right? What it's being used for is to put money in their cronies' pockets, into big business. I think people have this idea that like I'm a corporatist. I'm not. Because what happens when big government is huge, big business is allowed to get away with murder, okay? And that's a prime example of California. It's like big government and big business goes hand in hand and they're both detrimental, right? They're both destructive because they're always jacking each other off. Don't get me started. I'm pissed off. Okay. Let's read some comments. Oh, I should have some tea. I'm having a hibiscus tea tonight with a little bit of fresh lime juice and cinnamon. I put a cinnamon stick in here. I got the hibiscus in there and I've got some lime juice and I'm really excited for it. I just love how pretty the color is. It's a nice, pretty color. I'm so excited. I've been needing tea all day. Look at that color. Look at that. We're still missing the point. Let's discuss LIC. Oh, let's get into that. Wait, we'll get there, Leah. Thank you for the super chat. We'll get there too. I got distracted. A little bitter actually, because I didn't take the carcass out. The lime wedges. A little bitter. That's okay. I think I need to add sugar. Or should I take? It's probably too late to take the. It's not too late. Oh my fuck me. Oh, okay. Sorry, forgot you guys were here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties with my tea. I should not have left the whole lime wedges in there. I should have just done the lime juice for that fresh, zesty flavor. But you live and you learn. It's fine. So now I need to add a little bit of sugar. But we are taking the wedges out. And I used a very like a small lemon, like a small lime. But whenever you, oh fuck me. Whenever you leave the whole rind in there, it will become a little bit bitter. And I like that for cocktails. I do love like the bitterness, like a gin and tonic. Like, so a gin, tonic, and 3 limes, carcass in, with all the limes in, like the whole, like I don't want the juice, I want the whole thing in there. It gives it like a more depth of flavor. That was excellent for me when I was doing keto. It was like a great keto cocktail. Anyway. But because it's a little bit bitter now, I'm gonna add some sugar. I'm sorry, I'm distracted now, but deal with it. Okay. Okay. The Department of Ecology here goes to every boat yard and find them for whatever, but never concerned with how to resolve issues. Our place was built weird and couldn't be fixed. They just want their 10K. Listen, it's fucking terrible. It's fucking terrible. Happy Trump 2025. We'll see about that. Have you watched the Panama Papers document? I have not. Maybe I need to. Trump told Governor Newsom to go to Northern California, open the water main. Hey, Violent. You nailed it, man. Absolutely true. Listen. I don't take joy in being right about a lot of this shit. I really don't. Because being right just highlights all of the drama and the trauma and the theft and the moral depravity in our government and in our society. I hate being right, actually. I wish I was fucking wrong, right? But I'm not. I'm right. Um, that is perfect. The bitterness from the lime, the floral notes from the hibiscus, a little bit of spice from the cinnamon, and the sweetness from the sugar. Oh my God, tea. Guys, you guys don't realize how much I love tea. I love tea so much. Like, it's my lifeblood. Like, if you cut me, I bleed tea. I mean, like, tea will just start pouring out of my body. I love it so much. Anyway. How did Allie Carter call this shit out 8 months ago? It's all happening. Listen, another thing that we want to talk about with this whole wildfire situation, there's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of money to be made. There's a shit ton of money to be made. Okay? And who's going to make that money? Watch. And I know that everyone has the memory of a guppy fish. I understand, because I do too sometimes. No, I don't. I lied. My memory is very long. I don't forget. I have not forgotten COVID and all the bullshit from COVID stuff. I'm still radicalized from that moment. But follow the money. Look at what corporations swoop in and make a lot of money from this fire. Think about it. Think about it. Hey, Magic Johnson. No sugar, just a little honey will do, honey. I didn't feel like going down to get the honey. I'm sorry. But you're right. I don't normally use sugar like that in my teas or anything. I usually use either agave nectar, allulose. Allulose is really good, by the way. Allulose, or did I say honey and agave nectar? Honey, agave nectar, allulose. Those are like kind of my favorite sweeteners to use. Stevia's good too. Does death scare me? It doesn't. Our area had a group of lawyers combined with DOE that smashed all the boat yards with lawsuits. Ours had to pay $30K in 2019. Terrible. Well, this is hot tea, TKW70. I did go to Brickell, Moco. I went to Brickell. I love... Oh my God, Brickell is like a condensed small version of New York City. I said it. And it's better. It's cleaner. It's more vibrant. People are friendlier. Food options are better. It was beautiful. The mall, oh my God. Brickell City Center was absolutely stunning. Moko, you don't follow me on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I was all over Brickell. I was all over Brickell. I love Brickell. In fact, I feel like, you know, I keep dreaming about living down there half the year. But like, I would live in Brickell. I think I would live in Brickell. I haven't been to Coral Gables yet, and I definitely want to visit Coral Gables next year, maybe. But Brickell is really nice. It's really, really nice. And I also have not been to North Beach quite yet. And maybe I need to go visit North Beach and stay there for a little bit and see how I like North Beach. Because I always stay in south of 5th or South Beach. But, yeah, I don't know. Brickell was amazing. I love Brickell. I think next week's vlog will feature Brickell. If you have not been, so by the way, I know you guys are fake here. The live streamers don't like to watch my vlogs, but I already have part 2 of my Miami vlogs out. So I've done 2 vlogs about Miami, and I think next week's vlog, next Wednesday's vlog, is gonna be about Brickell. Pardon me. Yeah, I think it's gonna be about Brickell. So definitely watch that. Whoever buys the land for pennies on the dollar. Just like Maui. Follow the money, like Judge Judy says, period. Salute. Oh, Chloe Beaumont. Thank you so much for commenting. You commented on my recent vlog. Did you answer, by the way, Chloe? I asked you a question about were you in Singapore to visit Singapore, or were you stopping in Singapore on the way to another destination? Because I want to know, like, if you love the airports there. You were telling me about how amazing the airports are. They have like a movie theater at the airport. Who, like, what? That's crazy to even like visualize a movie theater at the airport. What? But like, is Singapore worth visiting in and of itself? I hear that it is, but I just want to know your opinion. Why am I so mother? I don't know. I try. See you, Tyler. So do you think Brickell is better than Miami Beach? Ooh. I don't think that's a fair question, because I have now stayed in Miami Beach 7 times. Okay? And I've only visited Brickell for an entire day. So I don't think it's a fair comparison. I think that I'm currently in love with Brickell, but I think it's a different when you stay overnight and you stay several nights. Like, I've stayed like overnight in South Beach and South the Fifth multiple nights now at this time. I love Flamingo Park. I love Muscle Beach. I love running on the boardwalk, like on the beach. I love that. That's what I did every day. I'm sure there's beautiful parts of Brickell, but like, I'm a big time runner. I'm a long distance runner. So like, I would have to be able to find a nice route to run. And to be honest, this is going to sound so crazy to a lot of you guys, but one of my favorite things about Miami Beach is running on the boardwalk. As a long distance runner, as someone that's run all my life, there's something about running at around 7 o'clock during sunset on the boardwalk. There's just something euphoric about that as a runner. As you get your runner's high, like after mile 3, mile 5, you get that 3 to 5, you get that runner's high, and the sunset, and you're on the beach. It's like inject more of that into me, because what? So is Brickell better than Miami Beach? There are aspects of it that is better. So for example, I love the fact that Brickell is less touristy, right? So you don't have to deal with all of the tourism like you do on the beach, obviously. But on the downside, it's not as diverse. Now, that's relatively speaking. Brickell and Miami in general is an extremely diverse place, right? But when you're on the beach, you see so much diversity, which I appreciate. But in Brickell, it's relatively not as much as you do on the beach, because obviously it's an international destination for everyone. One thing I did notice, there's a shit ton of Indians in Miami Beach now. What the fuck happened? Like, India just like slapped its dick on Miami Beach and said, there you go. Like, that was a little bit much for me, but I love Indians, but it was like, whoa. So do I think Brickell is better than Miami Beach? I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think that I will probably visit Brickell again next year. Well, at the end of this year, I'll visit Brickell again, because I did like it quite a bit. I liked it a lot. I love Brickell City Center. That was incredible. That was definitely a mind-blowing experience. I really didn't get a chance to vlog it as much as I wanted to. My partner was really moody that day, and so that really hampered a lot of my ability to vlog. But yeah, I love Brickell. Okay, anyway, moving on. Maui Magic in Hawaii, it burned to the ground, basically, remember? Yeah. My favorite Florida city is Jupiter. I hear about Jupiter. Small, chill with water as beautiful as South Beach and shells that sound like wind chimes in the wind when rolling in the tide. Easy Street Gin. I love that so much. Did you vlog when you went to Jupiter? If you did, I would love if you sent me that vlog. I would love to watch it. Because I will forget. I really want to see you explore Jupiter, but I will forget after the stream ends. So if you send me a DM on Instagram or Twitter or something, then I'll remember. Are you Korean by any chance? I'm Blasian. I love Pen 15. What's Pen 15, Shay? Shay Vaughn. Is that a new band? New band? Come to Clemson if you want to run. We got lots of great places to run, and we next to the mountains. I have a very good friend who goes to Clemson, and she loves it. The fire might continue to reach UCLA and West Hollywood. Well, I hope that more people don't suffer from the mismanagement of resources from their corrupt communist government. I would hope not, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Is New York style better than Chicago deep dish? Well, this might be a controversial statement to make, but I've never had bad pizza, and I don't think that bad pizza exists. I don't. Just like ice cream, I don't think that bad ice cream exists. The only bad ice cream that exists is the ice cream that you just don't have a preference for that flavor, but it's not objectively bad. I don't think that there's objectively bad ice cream or pizza. And I'll die on that hill. Do you remember Gideon? He changed like a lot and he's still in the closet, but he's been like super nice, telling me that he likes my makeup and my outfits. He's so sweet. I don't know about that, Ovi Hunt. Keep one eye open. Keep one eye open. Forgive him, but keep one eye open. You're making sherbet. What kind of sherbet? You lived on 163rd. I used to ride my bike to Sunny Isles in South Beach. I haven't been to Sunny Isles either. I have so many more places to visit in South Florida, in the Miami area. I like to only really only pick up one place to go visit per trip because we like to get really settled into our routine. We don't like to do a lot of exploring, a lot of news. I mean, we're just boring. Like I said, we're very mundane. I'm very mundane. I want to run 5 miles every day, walk. I want to work out on the beach. I don't want to do much. I want to drink my matcha, you know. I want to go to Pura Vida. That's all I want to do. I don't want to do much at all. Oh, Chloe says, oh yes, it's completely. It's a long ways travel, but it's so cute. There's so much to do and it's so safe. And as women, I feel safe to walk in the night alone. I was there on a 2-day layover to Japan. Oh, that's so cool, Chloe. That's so cool to hear. I'm happy to hear that. So maybe that's what I could do. It's like, I do want to go to Japan and maybe do like a layover in Singapore. Might not be bad. Hell, a 3-day layover might not be bad. But that's so cool to hear. I hear that Singapore is very technologically advanced too. Is that true? Where do I live? I live in Columbus, Ohio. Hey, Detroit's finest. Oh, I love Detroit. I'm from Toledo. I love Detroit so much. And you know, you guys have an Hermes at Troy that I have to come visit. Not that I have Hermes money. As if. But I've actually never been inside Hermes before. And I've kind of become a fan of Hermes without even like purchasing anything from the brand. I've researched a lot of their history and I find them to be an extremely intriguing company. So I don't know. Anyway. Best pizza comes from Jersey. Okay. What do you need to know, Detroit's finest? You should be cautious of him, OV Hunt. He's hurt you before. He has shown you some behavior that's very unbecoming. I think it's always best to have an open heart, but to be ready to protect it at all costs, especially when someone has already given you the warning signs that they're able to hurt you. It's 30 minutes away from you, TKW. I love to run. James Patrick says it's false. Best pizza is in New York. Now here we go. New Jersey and New York are about to go head to head. 2 pizzas enter, 1 pizza leaves. My former roommate lived by the lighthouse, then a block from the beach. I used to visit at least a couple times a year. I have a live video from Blowing Rock and a drive through the beachfront. That sounds cool. Now I kind of look like Taylor Swift. Girl. There's so little coverage about the fires. It's starting to feel like the fires that were in Hawaii. Kenji, you're right. And it was. It's the same thing. It's a money grab. This is a money grab. This is a money grab. Okay? Now, I don't know how... I don't know what is the biggest driving factor. Is it the mismanagement of resources and the inability, the refusal to mitigate and prepare for wildfires? Is it that? Or is this a money grab for land? Is this a money grab for land? I think both play a critical role in what's happening in the wildfires in California. It's unfortunate because there's a lot of collateral damage with that. And the reason why there's not a lot of coverage of this situation in California is the same reason there's not little coverage in it for Hawaii. These are Democratic strongholds. And to highlight the mismanagement of resources in these Democrat-run places would be an indictment on the Democratic agencies and governments running these regions. And who runs the mainstream media? Democrats. Hello. So of course it's not getting an appropriate amount of coverage because it would not be good for their pocketbooks long term. I'm sorry, it's true. It's true. Admire designers, don't buy. Invest your money, honey. That's good advice. But to be honest, so back to Hermes. The reason I like Hermes is not even the designs. It's really the storytelling. It's the history. It's the apparent quality of the goods. And it's not the name brand because when you see Hermes products, they aren't really branded. It's like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? It's not like, I can't think of another word. It's not like Louis Vuitton where you see their print and it's like, it says, you see the print and you know that's Louis. Everyone knows that's Louis. Louis. You know what I mean? Hermes does not really put a lot of brand recognition on their goods, on their products. A lot of it is design aesthetics that is iconic to Hermes, and only people that are fans of Hermes would know it was Hermes. You know, so it's interesting in that way, right? But also investing your money. You may be new here, but I'm a big proponent of investing your money above everything else. Once you're done with your emergency fund, you should be investing your money all the time. That's the only regret I have in my life is I didn't invest my money enough when I turned 18. I was doing drugs, drinking alcohol, dipping it and doing it, partying and dancing on top of tables. I should have been putting money away in my investment account. I'm making up for it now, but I'd be a lot better off if I did that when I turned 18. So anyway, yes, invest your money, guys. Invest your money. Protecting the predators like they always do. It's true. Yes, that's true. The only country I have been that's close in terms of technology and safety, I would say, is Chongqing, China, or Dubai, UAE. I would say for China that it's nice to visit, not to live in. Well, well, that goes without saying. Sure, yeah. I mean, and unless it's Hong Kong, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, I recently saw a viral video about Chongqing, China, very recently. That was just really mind blowing to me. Really technologically advanced. I would love to visit Dubai as well. I need to get flown out. I need to get flew out to Dubai by some Arabian prince. Now, if he's gonna have me dipping it and doing it and spraying it wide and doing crazy stuff like that, I'll have to think about that. I need to know. I need to know in advance. See, what I can't have happen is get flown out, and then I go on a shopping spree, and then it's sprung on me what I have to do then. I can't do that because I don't like surprises. I don't like surprises. But if I know in advance what I have to do, I can say no or yes, right? And I'd say no because I'm very vanilla in bed, very vanilla. But TMI. The best pizza I ever had was made by an old Chinese couple in a store with a Hispanic name. You had to be in New York City for that. Allie Carter called this 8 months ago. She said, Cali will be the next Maui. And look, she wasn't wrong. They're always playing in our face. They're always playing in our face, Leah. It's disgusting. I haven't made my mind up about the brand. About Hermes, do you have any other pieces? Or are you just like kind of a distant fan, such as myself? Just like Burberry, yeah. Hermes also makes expensive saddles. Well, don't even get me started because I know all the history of Hermes. I mean, they started off as an equestrian brand. That's where they started off. It's so incredible. Let me. I'm gonna show you guys a podcast that you guys have to look at. Okay. Let me find it on the iPad. Let me see. Because once you listen to this podcast, you're gonna wanna shop with them too. And obviously, I'm not planning to shop with them anytime soon. I don't have 5K to just drop in a bag. I just don't have it. I don't have it. And it's gonna be years and years before I ever even dream of such. Okay, wait. Okay. Oh, saved. Of course, it wants to load slow now because I need to fucking use it, so now it wants to load slow. Anyway, while that's loading, we can keep chatting. Turn your love around, George Benson. Listen, I admire many designers, but I'd never buy, not even a designer purse. I love fashion, but I'm practical. Designer clothes don't enhance my life or make me better. That's true, but it could enhance someone else's life. You know, some people really have an affinity for the design, and they have a collector's mindset about pieces. And I don't view collecting um, purses any differently than collecting Pokemon cards, right? I think it's a hobby. I think collecting anything can be a hobby. Um, okay, here it is. So let me type it in chat. Okay, it's in chat. And I promise you, it's a riveting detail about the history, both socially, business wise, economically. Like, it's a really good historical purview of the brand in history. They even got to meet, like, the president of Hermes met with Henry Ford when the car was made. We're talking about a brand that existed when cars were invented. It's a wild journey, and I highly recommend that you guys all go check out the Choir podcast and check out that episode on Hermes, because it's really, really riveting. So yeah. May I ask what state you were from? I'm from Ohio, the great state of Ohio. Horse lovers know good leather. Well, they say that it's high quality stuff. It's handmade. I think 80% of the products and goods they create are handmade by one person. Um, Cho, you get wealthy and established. You will have your Hermes sooner than you think. Well, listen, I'm definitely established, but I'm not wealthy. A bitch is in debt. I've made no I've made no qualms about that. Like, I give off an air of wealth, and sure, it's in the attitude, right? It's in the attitude, but I'm definitely not wealthy, right? I'm just bougie, I guess. I guess I'm just bougie. Call me bougie. But when I am wealthy, I'll let you hosts know. I'll let y'all know. And also, it's so funny you say that, because a lot of this idea about wealth is very relative, right? Like, my household income is actually really fucking good for Ohio. Like, for Ohio, it's really fucking good. But my household income in New York City, we'd be struggling. We'd be struggling. I am very wealthy in terms of my health. I don't have health issues. Um, I don't have a lot of expenses. I have great relationships. Like, I have the best relationships in the world. And so in those and a lot of my needs, financial needs, are covered. And so in that case, I do consider myself to be wealthy in that aspect, right? But can I go out and buy shit? No. Do I go shopping? No, I don't go shopping. Like, I don't go shopping. These are just things I don't really do. I don't go shopping. Really, the purchases that I make are really for my business, for my online business, for creating content online. So those are really the purchases that I make. And even if I do try to buy something for myself, usually it's wrapped up in, maybe I can turn this into a way of making content about it. You know what I mean? So anyway, TMI. I collect art, but it's like any other investment and extremely good when the economy's doing good. Didn't ThreadUp recently go under? Other fashion retailers. Well, Easy Street with Jen, um, they are buying Hermes. See, you need to, okay, so Easy Street, you need to watch, you need to listen to this podcast about Hermes, because Hermes has gone up, even when the economy has gone down. The people buying Hermes don't care what the economy is doing. They don't care. People who buy Hermes does not care what the economy is doing. They're in a bracket of their own. People who buy other luxury retailers are more of the show off. Like, I want to show you that I own this brand. Like, I want you to know that I own Louis Vuitton. People that buy Hermes does not care about a broke hole knowing that they own Hermes. They want the other rich folk, the other 1% to know that they own Hermes. So it's definitely there's a big difference between Hermes and other luxury retailers. Listen to the podcast, Jen. Hermes is in a league of its own. I'm telling you. Do you know how much the Birkin goes for on the black market? So the Birkin, we're turning this into a whole Hermes. Oh my God, not me like bootlicking for Hermes right now tonight. But in store, the Birkin retails for anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 for a Birkin, right? A basic black Birkin on the resale market is going for around 35K. 35K. Resale. So when you see people, I'm not making this up. You can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm just telling what the truth is. The truth is that retail, a Birkin goes for you. If you go into Hermes and you buy a Birkin for $10,000, you can then take that Birkin and sell it for $35,000 immediately. They don't go down in value. Birkins and Kellys do not go down in value. They go up in value. It's not like a car where the minute you drive that car off the lot, it drops by 50% in value. No. Birkins and Kellys increase in value. Look it up. Don't believe me, honey. Don't believe me. Don't believe what I'm saying. Go Google this yourself. It's psycho. It's crazy. And I would never buy a bag for $35,000 that I could get in store for 10. I just wouldn't do it. It's not for me. I'm not playing that fucking game. No. No. Not gonna happen. I feel like also people use the word wealthy when they mean rich. Wealth is something that's hard to lose. It's generational. It's invested. It's not just cash and jewelry. Correct. Are people buying luxury goods when other fashion retailers are tanking? No, but they're buying Hermes. Only the people trying to play rich and the truly wealthy. Don't you have to be invited to Hermes to even look at the bags? Okay, so let me explain. Let me give you the TLDR version of how to play the Hermes game. So basically, when you go to Hermes, you can't even. They never have Birkins or Kellys to sell. You have to be invited by the brand to purchase a Kelly or Birkin. They're what you call quota bags. Okay, you can only purchase 1 to 2 quota bags per year. Sometimes there's exceptions. I'm not gonna get into all the details. Anyway, yes, you have to be invited to purchase a Birkin and a Kelly. Now, when it comes to your SA, your sales associate, they are really the ones outside the managers who select who is going to be able to purchase a Birkin or a Kelly. And sometimes you don't even get a choice on what color or size. Like, you can put a wish list in, but even sometimes you are offered what the fuck you're offered, and you either take it or you leave it. It's a wild game, y'all. Like, you have no idea. It's a wild game. So anyway, once you're invited, how do you get invited? You might be wondering. Well, Hermes will never say this, but generally speaking, the way you get invited to purchase a Birkin or a Kelly or another quota bag, whatever you may be thinking, you spend money at the store. because your sales associate make commissions off of your purchases. However, the sales associate does not make a commission off of the Birkin or the Kelly. And so they actually don't have an incentive to sell you a Birkin because they make $0 off the sales of Birkins. So the strategy is they try to get you to buy sandals, furniture, mugs. They try to get you to buy all this other shit that they make commissions off of. And you treat your sales associate well enough. They say, you know what? You've put a lot of money in my pocket. Let me offer you a Birkin, right? That's how you get a Birkin. So this is why, to circle back, this is why the price is so inflated once you purchase one. Because that $35,000 that you can buy a Birkin with on the black market is already baked into the price. You've already had to spend a lot of money at the store in order to even be offered the Birkin. So that's why it costs $35,000 to start with on the black market, because the notion is that you've already spent at least $35K at Hermes at that point. So do you get what I'm saying? Does that all make sense? Horse people can identify expensive gear, Hermes or otherwise, without labels. Whenever I see anything designer, I automatically think it's a knockoff. Well, could you spot an Hermes bag? Easy Street with Jen, could you spot one? Because to be honest, I love Hermes. I do love Hermes. I love the designs of their bags. But when I look at the Birkin, it doesn't look ultra stunning. Do you know, like it doesn't look ultra unique or like, oh, look at that bag, right? I think that I didn't become impressed with the bag until I learned about the bag. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy? It's like, it's a very normal, like the Birkin's a very normal looking bag. Like no shade to Hermes, but it's a very normal looking bag. I mean, it's not like the end all be all of bags. But again, I think that once you understand the history, the story, and the lore behind Hermes and the quality behind Hermes, that's what increases the allure of the bag and your desire to maybe perchance want one. I don't know. But it's not like, I'm sorry, but like when you look at Hermes bags, I don't see Hermes bags and think, oh my God, look at that bag. You know what I mean? I see quality. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like I feel like the average person could not pick out an Hermes bag in a lineup. Swear to God, couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Because Hermes is not like branding themselves as Hermes. Like there's not a gigantic fucking H on the bag to say Hermes. The logo is very small, right? Jen, I agree with you. Being born and raised in that ultra snob bubble called Monaco with the newest ostrich Birkin. Oh, ostrich sounds so nice. I couldn't care to buy it if I don't want to be a snob. He looks like a snobby white girl. Who, me, Cody? Thank you. They made Gore-Tex? Even houses are only worth what you bought them for until they sell. You also need the extra insurance for your investment. Oh, well, yeah, you do. You need insurance for any investment outside the stock market. Cardi B owns a bunch. She does own a bunch. Not since Walmart has a knockoff. Well, not anymore. I think they're getting sued. Have you seen like the unboxings of the work-ins? So no, Jen. No. So again, we're talking about two different populations. You're talking about the 99%. I'm talking about the 1%. The 1% can tell the difference. People who buy Hermes, and again, Hermes is in a different league than other designer goods. They're just in a different league. They're not, Hermes is not the same as Louis Vuitton. When you say no one can tell the difference, you can't tell the difference. You can't tell the difference. But the snobby little girl whose parents is like the president, she can tell the difference. The people that are rich and wealthy, not you and me, not you and I, they can tell the difference. Because again, yeah, Walmart has them. Well, they don't have them anymore, but they did sell them for a little bit. They came out with their own Birkin. Not they didn't call it Birkin, but the girls are calling it working. The Walmart working. It's so funny, and it's been so funny watching them do the unboxings because they're so dramatically different. They're all like all the different unboxings have been so different. Um, you can obviously tell that they're knockoffs. Like some of them are good. I think that certain colors are good. I think the brown Walmart one is the only one that looks exactly like a Birkin unwrapped. Oh, and the red one, the red one and a brown one. Those are the two colors that are like they look just like the Birkin, like just like it, to me at least. But the other colors are like floppy and they don't hold their shape and like yeah, it's been crazy. Um, I love you regardless of your desire to buy designer goods. You were salivating over a Versace. Oh no, over the Versace robe. If someone bought one for me, yeah, buy one for me. Um, um, you know more about Birkins than me. And I have been to private auctions. I had a few Birkins, but sold them all and made huge profit. Well, tell your girl Easy Street Jen. Because Chloe, Jen seems to think that there's just like Hermes is just pointless. You need to tell Jen. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like Hermes is in a league of its own. You can paint designer goods with a broad brush if you want to, but you can't do that with Hermes. That's the point I'm trying to make, Jen. You cannot do that with Hermes because you don't know Hermes. You just don't know Hermes. I've done the research on Hermes. I know Hermes almost inside out, and I haven't set foot in the fucking place. Okay, haven't set foot in that bitch. Um, but it's a very very unique company. It's an extremely unique company. Hermes is not like other designer goods, and so sure, I might agree with you. With a lot of your positions on designer goods as it relates to other designer goods, they don't apply to Hermes. Hermes is definitely in a league of its own. And it's so funny with Chloe being from France, she understands what Hermes means in a cultural sense, right? Um, True, Leah. Hermes is quality. Hermes is definitely high quality. From what I hear, I haven't owned anything from them, so I mean, I'm whatever. Um, um, I'm so happy. It's so funny that you had a Birkin club. You had a couple Birkins. That's so cute, right? Um, Unlike other bags, Hermes is something a mom could gift her daughter in times of struggle and actually bring her more money than she spent on it originally. And that's the funny thing is that I've heard that a lot of people will gift these bags to their daughters and they actually become heirlooms, right? And sure, um, if you end up selling that bag, you just made 35,000 fucking dollars. I mean, where else can you do that? What name another designer where you can do that? You can't name one. You cannot name another designer where you can buy a bag for 10,000 and then make $25,000 off of the fucking bag. You cannot name another designer where you can do that. It's crazy. Thank you, Joe. Hey, you, bros the liver. I'm tight with my money. I shop at thrift stores and grow my own food. I own my first home much younger than you as well. Different people have different priorities. It's okay. I'm tight with my money too. Or do you think I'm not tight with my money, Jen? I also shop at thrift stores. I don't understand. Why do you think I have different priorities? I mean, you're starting to sound a little crazy, to be honest, Jen. Um, do you not think I shop at thrift stores all the time? Um, nice name, terrible attitude. Jen, you come across super condescending and judgmental. I don't know if you know that kind of bitching. I, Leah said it, honey. Leah said it. Half Monegasque. What? Monegasque? What is that, Chloe? A lot of people buy the Birkins through the Real or Fashion Feel. Yeah, I've heard of that, MJ. I've heard of that. She thinks you're frivolous and knows it all. Well, she doesn't know me very well then. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I have not gotten to where I am being frivolous. I can tell you that much. The house is 3,000 square feet. Didn't get here being frivolous. Listen, y'all know I'm not one to brag. I'm not. But I'm doing okay in life. I'm doing quite all right in life. I am. I'm doing well. I have autism. I come across weird sometimes too. I think might help with the conversations. Can you give a shout out? No. Like I said, I had a house in my 20s. I said everyone's different and no hate. Me too, Jen. What? So what's? So what's the difference there? I got one in my 20s. You got one in your 20s. See, this is the problem. You're saying that everyone is different and no hate, but you're actively trying to compare. But see, I see. This is you. Maybe you misunderstood. I think you did misunderstand. I am gonna inherit my grandmother's house. This is what y'all gotta pay attention. Y'all gotta pay attention. So Jen, I think where you misunderstand is that I was visiting Toledo. I live in Columbus, Ohio. Okay, I live in Columbus, Ohio, and I was visiting Toledo, Ohio, and I was staying in my grandmother's house. That house I will inherit. 50% of it will go to my father, 50% of it will go to me. So it won't just be my house. I'm really only being given the house to make sure that it stays in the family. Okay. Now, in terms of where I live in a 3,000 square foot home today. We have 2 real estate properties in addition to this house. We didn't get this place. I didn't get this far being frivolous. Okay. Um, Now I'm not trying to listen. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but to um to imply that my priorities. Listen, it's water off a duck's back. I'm not gonna sit here and tell my business, but I'm doing all right. Um. Um. Oh, it's a citizen from Monaco. I need to learn how to pronounce that word, Chloe Beaumont. Um. Monegasque? That is so dumb. That Monegasque has more syllables than Monaco. It has more letters than Monaco. What? Why couldn't it have been Monacoan? Monacoan? Um. Not Tim and said, I'm gonna marry your grandma and get the house. I am that that just made me cackle. Put the house in the trust first. You know, Pisces. There's so much going on right now with the house and my family. It's not even worth it. To be quite frank with you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Um, I am. This is TMI, and this is. I'm not going to get into details, but I am exhausted of dealing with family stuff. I'm exhausted. I'm mentally, spiritually, and physically exhausted. And it's just one thing after another that I have to deal with. And I'm not talking to lawyers again until I have to. No, it's not going to be in a trust. And I'm over it. Now, this house is already in a trust, and I've done that with my own stuff. But in terms of my family stuff, I'm not going there. It just I only have one plate, and I have too much on my plate, and that's just something I'm not going. I don't want to. I'm not doing it. I'm not. It's done. It is what it is with the family house. It is what it is, and that's what I'm gonna say about that. But yes, Pisces, good advice. I know what you're getting at. I know putting the house on the trust is definitely the most intelligent thing to do to protect yourself and to protect your assets. I completely understand that, but I'm over it. Um, 2-2. 2-2. That's great, Joe. Like I said, it's all up. It's water off duck's back. Um, Not my step grandpa. Stop, Tim, man. You have a strong, in control attitude towards finances, characteristics to be sick. Well, I try. I try. I mean, you have to just understand that personal finance is only 20% math and 80% personal. And so it's all about navigating what do you want out of life? What do you want out of finances? It's not about having money, it's about what that money is going to provide for you, right? What do you value? Do you value security? Well, you should, right? And when it comes to me, I value security above all, right? Having a roof over my head is more important than having an Hermes bag. Um, so, I think people forget that like everyone has a different situation financially. People are in different situations, and that requires different decisions. Not everyone should be investing all their money into a 401k. Some people should be investing all that money instead into a Roth IRA. Personal finance is personal, right? I think if you live in the house for a certain number of years before you sell it, if you ever want to sell it, you don't owe taxes also. Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I'll tell you this much. I would never sell my family home. That would just never happen. And the reason why is because that's not what my grandparents would want. And I've already promised them that I wouldn't do that. So I would never do that under any circumstance. I'm a man of my word. I have principles, and I didn't earn an income for that home. I don't deserve that home. It's a gift. So I would definitely respect the wishes of my grandparents by not selling that house. But again, Pisces, very solid advice for sure. Cho, you were saying about the 1%. It's very true. For men, it's watches. For women, it's bags. It's very subtle power move. That's the whole point I was trying to say to Jen, Chloe. It's like people don't buy designer bags for Jen from Atlanta and Cho from Columbus. They're not buying bags for us two broke bitches. Like, they're not buying bags for us. They're buying bags to impress the other 1%. They don't give a fuck if I can't tell the difference between a Walmart Birkin and an Hermes Birkin. They don't give a fuck. But they do care if President Obama can tell, Michelle Obama can tell the difference between a Walmart Birkin and an Hermes Birkin. They only care about the other 1%. They're not impressed by me recognizing what kind of fucking bag they're carrying. They don't give a fuck what I think, right? And so, yes, Chloe, that's the whole point. It is a subtle power move to the other 1% because I know it's hard for us to believe, not in the 1%, but bitches up there at that elite stage of life, financial wealth, at that elite stage of wealth, they're still competing with one another. They're still competing, but they're not competing with us. They're competing with the other wealthy. And so, yes, it does look very silly and very gauche and very ridiculous to care about designer goods like that. But those crazy folk that are rich like that, they do. They do. And it offers value to them. And I don't see anything wrong with that. It may not be for you and I, but it's definitely something that offers value to enough people that there's a whole fucking business around it, right? Diversify investments is a good thing. Absolutely. We co-owned the house after the divorce. He lived there. I moved out to clarify. Oh, sounds messy. And tell us more, Pisces, about what was going on between you and the ex-husband. We got a story tonight, y'all. What was going on? I sold my house and my ex-husband lived in it while I moved out, but I don't owe taxes because I lived in the house for at least 2 of the 5 years ownership. Okay. Yes, it's an awesome book, Jen. The Millionaire Next Door is a great book. There's also a big difference between new money and old money, is that new money flexes it. Old money wears it, but they never ever mention it. Period. Yeah, I see it all the time. There's a lot of new money in America. And to be quite frank with you guys, if I ever had an Hermes bag, only you bitches would know about it. Only y'all would know about it. Bitches in my real life wouldn't know shit about it. I wouldn't tell a soul about my bag that I got from Hermes. Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? No. Because that would be very gauche, right? It wasn't messy at all. We wanted to make money and sell the house at the right time, and we did and split the money easily. Oh, but that's great. That's great, Pisces. No story is a good story. Have a good night, Leah Bobia. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Jen, you need to really send me that video of you going around Jupiter because I really want to watch you gallivant around Jupiter. That would be really fun. Jeffrey Scott, hey bro, your blue pimple stamp should be red. Well, it's not. I didn't buy the red stars. I didn't buy the red stars. But yeah, Chloe, that whole bragging, like, I'm not much of a bragger. I'm not much of a bragger. I look 20. Well, I'm 35. I invest in good skincare routines, and I have good genes. Good genes is 50% of it, but the other 50% is a regimen that's consistent, non-irritating, and that addresses all of my skincare concerns. What other questions do we have tonight, y'all? Chloe, I'm so happy that you followed me from that vlog. I'm so excited. Thank you for watching the vlogs, by the way. Everyone, thank you for watching my vlogs. It really means a lot when you guys actually support me, not only in the live streams, but in my videos. The videos is where I put most of my effort. This shit that I do here talking to y'all takes zero effort. It really does. Sorry, but it does. It takes no effort for me to do this, to talk. I'm just yap. I'm just talking shit, right? But I really do love when you guys engage with me on my videos. I put a lot of effort into them, and I hope that you guys like them. And shout out to Chloe Beaumont, because she watched my recent video where I explored the Centurion Lounge in Atlanta, Georgia. It is quite literally the largest airport lounge in the world. Not just the US, the world. Clocking in at 26,000 square feet. This is the largest airport lounge in the world. And I got to explore it, and it was very, very amazing. And so in my most recent vlog, I show off the airport lounge, and I talk about why airport lounges should be a part of your travel plans and why it's a very high value thing to incorporate in those plans. So I kind of show off a lot of that, and I also talk about my packing habits and the brand of suitcases that I use when traveling and why. So go check out that video. Hey Bree, how's it going, Bernicia? Do I like art? Which style? I love Art Deco. Now, you could have guessed that because I was just in Miami, right? I was just in Miami Beach for 8 or 9 days, something crazy like that. And so I love the Art Deco style. I love that time period. I love the drama. I love the geometry of Art Deco. I love that so much. That's more like architecture in terms of art. If you mean more like, I guess art, I would say I like pop art. What's his name? Roy Lichtenstein is my favorite artist. So I love pop art. Again, of course, very popular down in Miami. So I love pop art. I love Roy Lichtenstein. I can never say his name. Yes, Art Nouveau. Okay, so, oh my God. I should have shown you, Easy Chin. I got this Art Nouveau tea set on my tea cart. I kind of want to go downstairs and show you, but I feel like I'm going to wake Duke up. Wait, I'm going to show you. Wait. Atlanta was grounded today. Oh no. It is a tea baby. Hey girl, when did you go to a spa? I don't go to spas. I've never gotten a facial before in my entire life. I just feel weird about spending money on that. I don't know. Okay, so wait a second. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna ignore him. Wait. Wait. So this is my Art Nouveau tea set. And this is my tea cart. And I love it so much. I love it so much. And the reason why I was late is because I made ceviche. Wait. You see that? Anyway. He's got a bone. Look at Nina. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that, wait. I want to show you that, yes, while I'm not like a big collector of Art Nouveau, that's the one thing I do have. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Whew. Okay, wait a second. Okay. So yeah, that is my only Art Nouveau piece that I own, and it's my favorite because I love tea. I love serving tea in my home. I don't invite bitches to my house very often because the home is the last bastion of peace. We got these crazy fucking governments that are allowing criminals and illegal immigrants all over the fucking place. We've got crime, crazy high levels of crime. We've got people limiting our freedoms. As soon as you walk out the door, you can't fucking defend yourself or you're gonna cart your ass off to jail. And so I don't invite bitches to my house very often. I really just don't. But, because I don't want your nasty energy and your vibes coming into my home, into my space. I just don't. But when I do invite you over to the house, I always prepare tea. I make little tea sandwiches. I'm one of those people. I like to entertain. And so I like to get the tea set out. I put my little apron on, nice outfit with my butt poking out, and then I wheel the tea cart out with the tea on there and the teacups and desserts and snacks, and we have a good time. So, and it's Art Nouveau. It's so funny. See, Jen is so cute. She knows her art. She knows her shit. Roy is cool. Academic art for me. Your skin's so too sensitive. I can help you with the skincare routine, Jen, if you want me to. Duke is up. We gave him a new bone, and he's just been chewing on that bone all day fucking long. It's crazy. Is your Christmas cactus still in bloom? It is. Thanks for asking. It's not too crazy. There's like a couple blooms. It's not too much. Oh my God, Jen, I found it on eBay. eBay is still like the best place in the world to find like art collection, like art and stuff. It's so cool. I love ceviche. I love ceviche so much. Oh, you developed an allergy to shrimp? Oh my God, Ghost, you ought to end your life right now. I'm kidding. I shouldn't joke like that. Take it back. But I would. But I would. I'm sorry. But the good thing about ceviche is that you can substitute a lot of different types of seafood. You really can. You can do scallops. In fact, you can even make it a vegan or vegetarian. You can do oh my god, you can do avocado and then hearts of palm. You can do that. That has somewhat of a flaky texture that I would consider a mixture between scallops and shrimp. Doesn't taste like it at all, right? It's a vegetable, um, but it has that texture almost. It's really weird to describe. If you haven't had it, then you don't understand what I'm saying. But it's like an alternative for fish, kind of. Um, but yeah, you can do a lot of things that you can make ceviche without shrimp. You can use halibut, or what else do I like to use? Um, I can't fucking think of it. But halibut is a pretty good fish to use in ceviche. But halibut, you can do scallops. You can do the hearts of palm if you want like more vegetarian flair to it. Avocado. Do not let your shrimp allergy stop you from having a great dish such as ceviche. Hey Wesson, how are you? Long time no see. Art Nouveau had a shorter time span than Deco, making anything more rare. Oh yeah, that makes sense. You gotta protect your home and the energy that comes in, period. Guests get the royal treatment. They do. When you come into my home, you definitely get the royal treatment. You definitely get the royal treatment in my home. That's what I mean, I was raised by grandparents, and my grandmother taught me to be a good host. I remember very distinctly when I was a young kid, we had the mayor of Toledo at our home. My grandmother was very political. So we had the mayor at our home, and she taught me how to host. So I had a weenie roast for the mayor. This is so fucking wild. It's so crazy. But I had a weenie roast for the mayor of Toledo at my home. It's random. And I walked around with this platter, and I was dressed up, and then whatever. I was dressed up, and I remember walking around with this plate of weenies, and they had to be the ugliest things ever. Like the ugliest, like pigs. It was pigs in the blanket, basically. I made pigs in the blanket, and there's a weenie roast, and I was just like, "Here you go," like serving people at my home, the mayor of Toledo. I mean, it was just like so funny. Um, so that was just really ingrained in me, being a good host. It was really ingrained in me. But as I get older, I don't really want to share my home with other people just because bitches are crazy. Bitches are crazy. Bitches are just crazy. So, and the outside world is just, it's so fucking chaotic, and it's just too much going on out there. I want my home to be peaceful. I don't want bad energy. I don't want bad vibes. Like, my home is my sanctuary, and I love being here. This is where I live a very mundane, boring life. I don't go shopping. I don't shop for stuff. I don't go out to dinner all the time. Like, I stay home. I stay home, I drink my tea, and I talk shit on the internet. That's what I do. I used to be the hostess with the mostest. Now I'll let you take over the kitchen. Period, Jen. Listen, once you get to a particular age, Jen, you don't want to fucking work anymore. Fuck that. Girl, you've worked all your life, Jen. Like, let somebody else do it. Trump or Kamala? Trump. I love Trump. You made me laugh. That's funny. I'm 62. Are you kidding? I'm just hoping for the skin cancers to quit popping up at this point. That's funny. I know this is random, but you have great skin. Thank you, Fairy Shimmer. I do have great skin. However, I have acne-prone skin, as you can see. So, despite having good-looking skin, I'm always fighting acne. Always. And that's okay. That's just genetics. You're so gay you can't even drive straight, Mogwarts. I used to host parties, but people wouldn't respect it. Now I'm super cautious who I let into my home because energy is real. It is definitely real. Chloe had to go to boarding school where they taught her all of the manners and everything. Good. I think manners is important. I think we're missing manners these days. You go out into public and people behave like animals. So yeah, I think everyone needs to go to school for manners. Only use sushi grade protein sources for ceviche. Acidity doesn't kill parasites, cysts, etc. Oh my god, Pisces, don't tell me that. I'm lazy. Child, I only use, listen, I didn't get sushi grade this time because I didn't have time. Listen, okay, let me tell you the story. So I'm going to Toledo tomorrow, right? Don't ask me. I have to be in Toledo a lot these days. Whatever. But my partner is going to a potluck where we volunteer. We volunteer every week anyway. We volunteer. You guys know this. We volunteer a lot, whatever. So we're having this potluck at this volunteer thing tomorrow. I'm not gonna be there. But you guys know my partner does not cook. I cook. He doesn't do shit. So, but work. So I had to whip this ceviche up real quick, and all I had in my freezer was the Argentinian shrimp from Members Mark from Sam's Club. So that's what I used. It's not sushi grade. I hope no one dies. Ciao. This is why I have an emergency fund. I'll be fine. So we'll see. You actually come from a prominent family. Wow. No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, sure, I guess maybe I do come from a prominent family. My grandmother was, I don't want to dox myself, but she worked several jobs, but one of the more interesting jobs she had is she campaigned for Democrats in Lucas County in that area. And I think she actually, should I say the name? No. But she campaigned for not a famous politician, but she was a campaign manager for a guy who was like gay. He was like one of the first gay so-and-so-sos in the area. Anyway. And then my grandfather was, I'm not gonna dox myself here either, but my grandfather was essentially a lawyer for a big union, and one of the first Black people to do so. So in terms of Black families, I guess I'm somewhat prominent. I don't know. My parents, they never had prominent careers though. It's really started and ended with my grandparents, really. And my dad's always had a great job. He works in supply chain management, and that's obviously a job that's always in high demand. He, I guess technically he's still in the private sector now, but for most of his career, he worked in the private sector for supply chain management. And now he's working, I guess, in the private sector still. So anyway, were you at Diddy's party last night? I was. I've been hosting all the Diddy parties in Diddy's absence. So yeah. Hey Patani. I collect Southern outsider art. Most artists are in the Smithsonian and more. I'll be doing videos at some point. I have lots to rehang. I'd love to see that. Hey JB Horner. I'm doing fine. Hey VHS. How are you? You're hitting that drink, baby? You've been hitting that drink a lot. Don't you have things to save money for? And you're so low on time. See, this is what I mean, VHS. You've got time to meal prep. I'm clocking it. You've got time to meal prep. You're hitting that drink right now. You could have spent the last hour meal prepping for the whole weekend. Listen, y'all, meal prepping saves money, it saves time, and it saves your health. Triple threat. Get into it. Hi, Matthew Walker. Zesty FF, that's me. Hey girl, why's your face so shiny? And where's girlfriend with the bald head? Hope she got some hair for New Year's. Who's the bald-headed girl? Who's the bald-headed girl? I love Argentinian shrimp, Royal Reds, and Key West shrimp. I need prayers. Trump 2024. I love Trump. Well, I don't love Trump, but I'm happy he won. I voted for him. Sushi graded special flash, super frozen. Yeah, just in the future. I love sashimi. Ooh, sashimi's good. Some ultra elitist boarding school in Switzerland. Don't get me wrong, I am much grateful for the things they taught me. However, it was my peers that were a nightmare. So entitled and spoiled. I've been to private school for high school. Worst human beings I've ever met in my entire life. As a product of public school, I told the story very often, but my freshman year, I called a girl a cunt because she was being a fucking cunt. Because where I come from in public school, you knew who your enemies were. There was no such thing as backstabbing. You knew who your enemies were in public school because bitches wanted to fight you, okay? So I was used to just being assertive the way that you guys know who I am. I'm not like a fake person. I'm raised in the hood, raised in all black school, public school. I'm used to telling bitches how it is, like, because you have to do that in public school, right? At least in the black public schools where I grew up in Toledo. So when I got to private high school, I called this girl a cunt because she was being a fucking cunt. She really was. She was being a mean girl. And I don't do that mean girl shit. That mean girl shit will piss me off. Don't be mean to people unprovoked. Why are you being mean to people unprovoked? It's so disgusting to me. So I called her a cunt. And everyone was like, ah, ah. I mean, it was like in the middle of lunch too. It was terrible. So I got kicked out of the cool crowd for a little bit. But then, a year later, that girl did some shady shit to her friends, and everyone's like, oh my God, Cho, you were right. She is a cunt. I'm like, I know I was right. I'm always right. So, anyway. Does your face hurt? No, it doesn't. Alphabet community member. I'm part of the Wi-Fi password community. Yes, I am. I'm part of the Wi-Fi community, password community. I am. That WINGT capital C 1 2 3 ABC exclamation point community. Yes, I am. Do you ever do meal prep freezer meals? Yes, I do. So one of the things I'll do when I have a lot of spare time, Moko, is I will meal prep several different items, and I'll freeze some of them so that I have variety. So I think a lot of people have issues with meal prepping because they don't want to eat the same thing every day. I understand that. Not everyone's built to eat the same thing every day, which is why I recommend that you switch things up a little bit, even as you're meal prepping. So, for example, sometimes what I'll do is I will meal prep poke bowls. So poke bowls are extremely easy to meal prep. Really, all you're doing is cooking the rice and prepping your vegetables and your toppings. Now, what makes this a very versatile thing to meal prep is that you can change the toppings. You don't have to use the same toppings every day. But really, it's about making that prep, cutting the vegetables, slicing the vegetables, cooking the vegetables. You do all that stuff ahead of time so that on the day of when you're eating your poke bowl, it's just assembly, right? I don't meal prep the fish ahead of time too far because you don't want it to spoil. But I'll do like a batch of seafood for like 2 days, right? So I'll have like tuna steaks one day, and then I'll have salmon another day, right? And then I have like a variety of different toppings on my poke bowl. So I'll have avocado prepped, I'll have cucumber prepped, edamame, carrots, corn, peas. You know, you have a variety of different things, cabbage, and then you can just choose every day what different types of toppings you want. Sometimes I'll do like a peanut sauce. I'll prep a peanut sauce that lasts for a long time. And other times I'll do a soy sauce based one. Soy sauce with honey, chili peppers, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like meal prepping doesn't have to be, oh, I'm eating spaghetti 5 days in a row. No, you have to be a little bit strategic when you're doing your meal preps. Does that make sense? Oh, thank you, Michael Sarah. I've got great energy. I went to private white school after going to public school. The worst experience. One reason why I ended up at HBCU. Best thing ever. You know, so I went to an all-black school through 8th grade. Great experience. Not without its faults. I went to the private school in high school, and while it took me some time to adjust, I had to learn that I can't just call people cunts when I don't like them. That doesn't fly in private school. I did learn that. I learned discretion. Discretion is what I learned. Discretion is what I learned in private school. But actually, private school taught me diversity too, Moko. Because going from I didn't know white people before high school. I didn't know them. The only white people I knew were teachers. That was it. And so I had met white people for the first time. I had met Indian people for the first time. I had met Chinese people for the first time. People from the Middle East, Arabs for the first time. I walked around saying the word Arab forever, thinking that Arab was what they were called. It wasn't until I went to private school, which was extremely diverse, that I learned it's pronounced Arab, and that Arab is like derogatory or whatever. So I got a lot of value from that diversity. Now, while there was no diversity in terms of incomes, I was at the broke kids. I got their own scholarship, right? But like there was very, very rich elite people. Like these people were people whose parents were doctors. One of the girls in my high school got a boob job as a senior present from her parents. I mean, what? I literally got a pair of boobs when she graduated high school. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. But that's the type of high school I went to. And I learned that people can be very fake and they can be hyper competitive. But I learned about discretion, how to get by, how to maneuver social situations, and the value of diversity. I really learned the value of diversity in high school. So I really appreciate that from school. You don't get diversity at an HBCU, right? Not the same way that you get at other places. Anyway, I live in the Alps and Monaco alternates during seasons. That's cool. Read Enrique's message. I don't see where he said anything. This shorty got the coolest membership subscription I've ever heard known. My dad lives in the Alps and mom lives in Monaco, so I visit between them. Oh, that's cool, Chloe. Have you ever been to Diddy school? Yes, I go all the time. That song, Ahab the Arab, messed a lot of people up from my generation. Maybe you're right, Jen. Maybe it got me too. Maybe it got me too, honey. I don't know. I love hibiscus. I feel like hibiscus is very underrated. Extremely underrated. My private school wasn't diverse. I was one of 4 black students in a class of 94. It made me not like Christians. Oh, I hate that. I hate that for you, Moko. But I get it. I get it. I totally get it. I was one of 4 black people in a class of 30. So it was pretty small. But again, there was, you know, 4 or 5 Asians, 4 or 5 Indians. I mean, it felt very diverse. It felt very like this is representative of America. That's what it felt like to me. Obviously, whites are the majority. This is not brand new information, right? I love diversity, not just in culture, but opinions, politics, and more. Diversity across the board is very important. The problem I have is this DEI stuff has crossed the line. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that. Who's Boo Boo? Boo Boo the Fool? Who's Boo Boo the Fool, Mogwarts? Who is Boo Boo? Y'all, I cannot wait to end this stream to go eat some ceviche. It's been down there. It's been down there marinating. My mouth is water. It's been down. It's been marinating in all of the lime. By the way, I add a bit of lemon juice to my ceviche. So I used 6 limes and 2 lemons. And I soak my fish in the brine. Now, depending on what it is, if it's scallops, you want to put that shit in there for like overnight. But for something like shrimp, I can do a little bit less time of like cooking. And then what I do is I actually remove some of the citrus juice and I add the rest of the ingredients. Yes, just a hint, Moko. Yes, just a hint. Just a hint. Just a hint. Yeah, I do 6 limes and 2 lemons. A little bit of lemon juice. Listen, I don't make traditional ceviche. I add garlic to my ceviche. No, I don't. That's not very much ceviche. That's not traditional ceviche. I know, but bitch, I'm making it for me. I'm making it for me. I add lemon to my ceviche, and I add garlic to my ceviche. I'm American. I'm gonna make my ceviche the way I want to make my ceviche, and I'm adding garlic to it. So, thank you, Warrior. Appreciate that. Ooh, I never thought about adding the zest in there, Jen. That will perk it up a little bit. That will perk it up. Oh, you add garlic too? Listen, every ceviche recipe I see on the internet does not add garlic. What is wrong with these people? What? But I will be posting the steps of how I make my ceviche on Instagram stories tonight. So if you guys want to see, you guys are not following me on Instagram. You guys should follow me on Instagram. I am really thinking about posting less on Instagram and just doing more on the community tab here on YouTube. Just because I feel like I want to have more of a connection with you guys. And if you guys are not going to follow me on Instagram, I need to just post more content here on YouTube, right? Anyway, I will be showing off the whole process of how I made the ceviche on Instagram. Peruvian ceviche has garlic? I didn't know that. Matthew, thank you for educating me. Well, the Peruvians got that shit right. Listen, y'all should be listening to the Peruvians. The fuck? Because why do you not have garlic in your ceviche? That makes no sense. Makes no sense. Garlic to ceviche doesn't seem right, but it's for you. Yeah, it's pretty. I feel like it's very uncommon, Chloe. I've only heard until just like a minute ago that Peruvians put garlic in the ceviche, but I think it's typically omitted. And pineapple on pizza is good too. Stop, girl. We love that. With key lime and cracked white pepper. Ooh. SK, that sounds good. Guys, I'm getting hungry. Okay, so we're gonna end the stream. I'm sorry. Ooh, lemons and garlic. Great combination. So, some housekeeping. I will be traveling to Toledo tomorrow to visit my hometown. There's shit going on. Oh, I'm also having the birthday dinner. Okay, so yeah, I'm going there for that. But so we'll be live from Toledo, the house in Toledo, and go watch my latest vlog. Go watch the latest vlog. I know you guys want to see how luxurious the lounge is, the airport lounge is. It's very nice. Go check it out. Also, what else do I have to say? I think that's it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Jen, thank you for the debate on designer goods. I appreciate you so much. You're gonna be in Dayton in September. We should definitely meet up, SK. Dayton's only 45 minutes away from me. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your support always. Thank you for being here. I understand that you guys could be doing anything with your time. You could be watching TV, watching anime. You could be playing with your children. You could be reading your Bible. You could be watching porn. You could be, hanging out with your friends. You could be studying for an exam. But you spent time with me, and so I appreciate your time. You can never get time back, y'all. Remember that. You can always make more money. You can always do a lot. You can always buy more shit, right? You cannot get back time. Use your time wisely. If you're not getting value from something, don't spend time on it, right? I wholly believe in that, okay? But I appreciate every last one of you guys, and I will chat with you guys tomorrow at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone in Toledo, okay? Have a good night.